Aloha, beautiful souls. I am so grateful that you decided to sit down with me and just listen to what I have to say. Anyways, I was called to show gratitude, and I feel like maybe that's something that I need to do more of. And yeah, because I do it in my daily morning routine when I wake up. I give gratitude for everything that I have. Anyways, Spirit called to my attention of, well, I mean, the question that came up while I was driving was, are you being a good friend to yourself? And the reason why it came up for me, and I feel like it's a message for the collective as well, and I truly feel that I am the collective, you are the collective. We are all a mirror of collective because we are one. Um, and a lot of people are struggling with, are you being a good friend to yourself? Are you being your best friend? Um, and it came at a perfect timing because I am on my cycle and I usually just push through it, especially when I was working as a educator and as a mother, just pushing through. And when I finally had the time to like slow down and rest, I could feel the emotions coming up and the need to put myself first before everyone else. But granted, I did make sure, my kids are safe and fed and well taken care of course. But then after that, I I allowed myself to move slower, to be more purposeful with the words that I use when I directed my children in what they had to do, right? Or that, how they could help me and help themselves, right? But anyways, so yeah, and I feel like a lot of people who self-sacrifice, who have a lot of martyrdom and putting others before themselves is the idea that they're not treating themselves like their best friend. And those types of people I find are the most loving and are one of the best friends anyone could ever have. Granted, I am one of those people, but I feel like those people, they give so much and they have such purity. Um and I just hear spirit saying stop it. Stop giving your energy away so easily. It has to fill you up first so that you can help others, so that you're more effective in helping others. You'll be more patient, you'll be more grounded, and all the good things. And the funny thing is, like, my husband, I see so much of him being his best friend, and I just love it. And I love how he is a prime example of who I should be to myself. It's not being selfish, it's about being a friend to yourself, putting the face mask on you first before putting it on your child. How much help are you if you can't breathe and you can't think clearly, right? And part of being a best friend to yourself is making sure that all of your basic needs are taken care of. Are you getting enough rest? Are you getting the nutrition that you need? Are you getting the exercise that you need? And I've been called to exercise more and like be more active, and also watching what I put within my body. I challenge you to see if you feel any of those shifts, to see if you had like any idea. Like for me, like I had a feeling, oh my gosh, I need to lose the weight around my belly, you know, and then I started fasting and like doing a water fast, and low calorie deficit, and that helped so much. I lost quite a bit of weight around the midsection, and paired with weight training, which was amazing because as a sensitive person, an empathic person, you're carrying so much energetic weight unknowingly sometimes. If you're like anything like me, you do it unknowingly. And then when you start this spiritual journey on self-healing and self-love, self-empowerment and everything, you start to see, whoa, I am giving way too much of myself out and not enough for me, right? And you are the main character in your story. You are the most powerful person in your reality, you know? And I just want people to know that, and how imperative it is for you to be a very good friend to yourself. The way you speak to yourself, the way you feed your body, the way you think about yourself, or the things that you do within your life, the decisions that you make. Be that best friend. You know, when you're getting down on yourself and you're talking negatively about yourself, think about, like, would I ever do this to a friend? No, you wouldn't, because you wouldn't be a nice person. So why would you speak to yourself that way? And granted, it is all about, you know, how we were raised and the influences that we had in our lives, right? Our parents, like the mother wound, the father wound, whatever wound you have, you know, their voices are our inner voices, right? And so rewrite that script. It is those what is it called, cognitive distortions, right, that I spoke about earlier. And I will love to make a video on that as well. I believe I want to make a video on, like, breaking it down, because that was something that I used in my therapy sessions, and that really helped me propel myself into thinking more positively, because I was such in a toxic family dynamic when I was growing up. Granted, you know, my parents, it was just my parents, like, raising my brother and myself, and it was hard on them. You know, they were immigrants from another country, and just navigating a new country and also having children is difficult. So I respect that, and I did a lot of shadow work and healing and forgiveness within that. Anyways, but yeah, just rewrite those scripts on how you speak to yourself, because the way you speak to yourself also makes you feel a certain way. You know what I mean? Your body holds on to those words, those energies, the vibration, and we're moving into more of a lighter environment. And remember, like I said in my other video, this is a game. Life is a game. So let's lighten up the game. Let's transmute it. Let's change it by living in the moment. And when you catch yourself telling yourself, oh my gosh, that was such a stupid idea. No, it wasn't a stupid idea. It was an idea that seemed amazing at the time, but now let's switch gears, kind of thing, you know? And as you can see, just play around with it. Like, be your best friend. That is something that I would do if a friend were to tell me, like, that was a stupid, like, nope, don't even call yourself stupid, because if you were stupid, you wouldn't be where you are right now. You know what I mean? It's a whole wiring system. It's the nervous system, the brain, the electromagnetic within the brain. It's just so deep. But anyways, I'm diverting. So the main message is, be your best friend. Catch yourself whenever you start to talk negatively about yourself, or to demean your decisions or your actions or your mistakes. Say, nope, that was just a mistake. It's okay. Reparent yourself. Be your best friend. And give yourself grace, and see how it goes. Little steps, catch yourself whenever you can. And if you don't catch yourself, it's like, oh, darn, that's okay. I'll catch myself another time, right? And again, play with the energy, like just be curious and in the way you speak to yourself, the way you think about yourself, and transmute it. And don't be afraid to be silly, to activate that inner child again, the curiosity and the playfulness of reparenting yourself, reteaching yourself, right? How to think or how to feel when you make mistakes or decide to pivot a little bit in your life. Life is truly magical, and life is just amazing, just amazing. And I really hope that you have a wonderful day or evening, night, whatever it is. May Spirit God be with you, and may you feel His and her grace throughout your day. Until next time, beautiful souls. Bye.